Georgia has set the standard in not only just in college football, but in the SEC, or not just in the SEC, but in college football. You see, when you lose the amount of people that they lost in the due to going to the league or being a senior, do you know how hard? I would say that college football is probably one of the hardest areas to repeat. Now, yes, I understand the talent level of the NBA or the talent level of the NFL. I also understand, college basketball. I would say college football or college sports in general. Let's say, no, let's just keep it at college football. College football is probably one of the hardest to repeat due to the fact of you have the transfer portal, you have key players going to the NFL, key players graduating. It's just difficult, especially when we talk about the ultimate team sport. And Georgia was able to do that. Shouts out to Stetson Bennett. Well, yes, he is 25, I think. Which, of course, for people that don't understand, 25 is kind of old for the college football world. Stetson Bennett going from being at Georgia, leaving Georgia to go to a JUCO wins a national championship, goes back to Georgia, and now is a two-time national champion, finals or Heisman finalist. Stetson Bennett will go down as one of the most accomplished and probably the most accomplished Georgia Bulldog ever. Now, I've heard people say, oh, he's the greatest Bulldog ever. Like, whoa. Let's not forget, even though Herschel Walker might be dumber than a sack of bricks right now, or sack of potatoes, Herschel Walker was a Georgia Bulldog. Let's just. But I'm not trying to diminish Stetson Bennett. Stetson Bennett is one of the biggest, even though, yes, Georgia's defense is ferocious. Kirby Smart is an incredible coach and one of the best coaches, if not the best coach right now in college football. None of this would have been possible without Stetson Bennett. Even though, yes, you have Brock Bowers, who is probably one of the most unique players we've ever seen in college football. While he's a tight end, you can use him as a rusher. You can use him as in more wide receiver packages. That's just how good Brock Bowers is. But again, none of this, we're talking about the glue. None of this was possible and is possible without Stetson Bennett throwing the ball. You saw quickly. We found out quickly one of these teams is better than the other, drastically better than the other. Again, shouts out to TCU for making it, but it was a mismatch from the start. And I understand why. When you're playing in the Big 12, it's like there's different levels of things when we talk about each conferences. And let me explain that, because I understand that it's not sounding the best. Pac-12. What does the Pac-12 have that a lot of other conferences, whether the SEC, whether the ACC, the Big Ten, the Pac-12 usually has speed. Oregon's one of the fastest teams yearly. USC's one of the fastest teams. UCLA has Chip Kelly as their quarterback coach, and not quarterback coach, but as their coach, and you understand how fast Chip Kelly likes to run his offense. The Pac-12 is known for speed. When we talk about the Big Ten, well, the Big Ten is kind of in shambles. So let's talk about the Big 12. The Big 12 is known for mostly quarterback play. And known for, pass offenses. TCU is a pass-first offense. I mean, when you look, Texas Tech, Past Baylor, past first offenses. When we talk about the SEC, you're talking about physicality. You're also talking about some of the best recruits. Usually go to SEC team, whether it's Alabama, whether it's Georgia, whether it's Auburn, whether it's Mississippi State, whether it's Texas A&M. Usually they get the best recruits, because that is the conference that has the best athletes. Usually, that's the conference that has the most physicality. That's the conference that has the most eyes on them. So bring this back to the national championship. You saw from the jump that this was going to be a long game for TCU. The most physical game they played and the most physical team that they've played this entire year was Michigan. And I like to think that Michigan kind of beat themselves more than, you had a touchdown called back, you had a fumble at the 1 yard line, you had 2 pick sixes. I just feel Michigan did more to lose than TCU did to win. But I'm not going to take away from TCU's win against Michigan. You can tell from the jump that these are two completely different teams, and one team is just bigger, one team is just faster, one team understands what the moment, understand how to seize the moment. The other team didn't understand. Yes, I understand. It's the national championship. No, this is different. Oh, man, you stayed to the end of the video. I appreciate you. If you like what you saw, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you'll never miss any content from your boy. You can also go back and watch past episodes, past clips, and don't forget that the Unpopular Podcast, new episodes drop every Wednesday and Saturday. Appreciate you.